A Red Sox trade target has been revealed as an MLB insider dropped a shocking trade report stating that the Boston Red Sox and Los Angeles Dodgers have mutual interest in completing a trade that involves Dodgers catching prospect Dalton Rushing. Welcome in here to Red Sox Digest. I'm Jace Andrews. I appreciate you tuning into the show as always. Man, this is an intriguing report for sure. Quickly before we get going, though, we've noticed that 83% of you who watch these videos have not yet subscribed to the channel. Today is the day, my friend. For the people who are watching and are not yet subscribed, the MLB trade deadline is upon us, and for every single news, rumor, and report, and when a Red Sox trade happens, we have got you covered as soon as possible. In fact, we'll be the first ones to get it on YouTube, so make sure you hit that subscribe button today. Okay, we got this report today that the Dodgers and Red Sox might be nearing a trade centered around an ex-number one prospect. That number one prospect, of course, being Dalton Rushing. And let's start with some background information on why this trade is even being talked about at all, and maybe some reasons why the Red Sox would be looking into this. We first start with this report saying, quote, "It's already been an active year for the Red Sox in the trade department, so we should expect nothing different in the next 6 days, right? No major moves after acquiring Garrett Crochet and Alex Bregman in the winter and then dumping Rafael Devers in June. It would be astonishing," end quote. That all comes from Jackson Roberts of Red Sox SI, and I echo his thoughts. It would be a very disappointing MLB trade deadline if they don't go out and make some sort of move. And although this is a lighter move in terms of what would be on the national media scale, I would consider this a pretty big deal for the Red Sox, getting a backup catcher and a top prospect backup catcher at that. Now, let's continue on and maybe look at why catcher is even an option. Jackson Roberts here again says, quote, "The most heavily discussed needs for the Red Sox have been starting pitching, bullpen, and first base. But perhaps catcher is creeping up on that list. With Carlos Narvaez taking on his heaviest workload ever as a rookie, and Connor Wong providing nothing offensively as a backup." Honestly, I'd just stop with providing nothing as a backup, and that'd probably be good there. But either way, Connor Wong has not been great, and Narvaez, although he's been fantastic this season, the home run in Philadelphia was great. I still can't help but realize he is a rookie that has not taken on this type of workload, and they are relying on him so heavily because Connor Wong flat out stinks. He's not good. He's terrible. I understand he's the last piece from Mookie Betts trade. Get rid of him. He needs to be gone. I don't care. Send him down to the minor leagues if that's what you want to do, because he was well last year, did well, but it's just not going well for him, and I'm tired of seeing it. If you want him to play every day, fine. Go send him down to Worcester. That's fine for me. But either way, here is the trade idea. We get it from Boston Sports Goto. This is all in a report from Sean McAdam. Lots of good stuff in there. He says that the Red Sox have interest in Dodgers catching prospect Dalton Rushing, their recent graduated top prospect. I'm still calling him a prospect because he's not playing every day just yet with the Dodgers, and he was called up in May, so I'm still calling him prospect. The reason, though, is the Dodgers have also been reportedly scouting some Red Sox top prospects in Franklin Arias and Brandon Clark. Now, Franklin Arias, in my opinion, is the Red Sox number one prospect without Marcelo Meyer and Roman Anthony being on that list. In that case scenario, Brandon Clark also a top prospect. That is a decent amount to give up. Now, Franklin Arias playing shortstop, 19, been fantastic, but for a catcher, it's definitely something that would be an interesting one. Now, I want to go to the official report here from Sean McAdam to the Dodgers and their interest in Arias. Quote, "One source said the Los Angeles Dodgers have had a scout doing extensive work on the Red Sox High A affiliate in Greenville with an eye on shortstop Franklin Arias and lefty starter Brandon Clark." He continues on in this report saying, "Intriguingly, the Dodgers recently sent a second scouting supervisor to double up their organization's coverage at Greenville, which could be a sign of advancing talks between the teams," end quote. Okay, now that's some hard evidence right there. We're talking the Dodgers sending over scouts to the Red Sox to watch Arias and Clark, and now they are sending over more scouts because of how much the potential of this trade talks is advancing, or how much the Dodgers like Arias and Clark. Now, am I willing to trade Arias and Clark for Dalton Rushing? I don't know if just Dalton Rushing would be enough. Simply put, he's not been that great. If we look at his stats in this season alone, it's a .216 batting average in his major league career. Now, a 308 in AAA, and throughout his entire minor league career, back until his college days at Louisville, he has been a solid around 300 batting average. But 216 in the majors is nothing to scoff at, with a 280 OBP and a 297 slug, 578 OPS is not good. Now, is he playing every day? No. He has 27 games played since May and only 82 plate appearances. So that is something to look out. Along with him, there's a lot to like about him. It's not like we're sitting here and saying, because he struggled here in the early part of the season, that he is never going to be good. No. Jackson Merrill, Jackson Cherio, they weren't doing great at the start of their big league careers. Now I would argue they're, one of the top, some of the top young players in the MLB. So I don't think that's hard to look past, especially given he's not playing every day. But I want to take a quick look at Franklin Arias, because what he is doing is very nice to see here in Greenville. I look at the bigger screen here, but he has a 284 batting average, and his career MILB, he's got a 386 batting average. It's been an incredible start to this 19-year-old's MILB career and hopefully professional career. Obviously, the Red Sox getting him out of Venezuela. It is a lot to give up when you talk about what the Red Sox have planned for Franklin Arias and his future. But is this deal worth it, is the kind of big overarching theme of this. Now, obviously, the Red Sox are very intrigued in Dalton Rushing. I want to go to the quick report from Sean McAdam, who said, according to one source with some knowledge of the matter, the Red Sox interest is centered around LA catcher Dalton Rushing. Rushing, a second-round pick by the Dodgers in 2022, was considered by many to be the Dodgers' top minor league prospect at the start of the season, end quote. So, high-arching prospect. They DFA'd Austin Barnes to get Rushing on the major league roster. He can play first too. That is something that we can see from him. So if there is a little bit of a silver lining to this, you're getting yourself a first baseman catcher combo, which first base is a huge part of this team. And Abraham Toro, I salute his services, but I think his time is over as the Red Sox everyday first baseman. I'm not saying to DFA him or cut him, but I don't think he should be playing day in, day out. And with the injury to Marcelo Meyer, the second base position probably going to be with Romy and Rafaela. It's an interesting spot for the Red Sox to be in with everything they've had to kind of go up until this point. Rushing solves a couple of different issues. You have a backup catcher who can come in here and give Narvaez at least a day off from, sitting down on his knees for 9 innings straight and calling games. But also, you get a first baseman. You get a guy who can come in there and play some solid reps over there at first. That would be a huge combo to have for the Boston Red Sox in multiple different aspects. Now, obviously, again, Franklin Arias is a very good prospect. Brandon Clark, same can be said about him. He's got a 2.65 ERA. He was a 2024 draft pick for the Boston Red Sox, round 5, 148. His whip is a below 1. This guy is a fantastic pitcher. But again, we're talking high A guys. I'm not saying that I don't believe Franklin Arias will be a big league star or a big league player. I'm not saying that I don't think Brandon Clark will be a big league star or a big league player. But they're high A. There is a lot of stuff for them to go and a lot of stuff for them to do before we can truthfully say they are going to be a top prospect forget top prospect, a top guy in the major leagues. That is a far-fetched thing to say when we're looking at something that is so far away in the minor leagues. In that case, what do the Red Sox do? Is this something that they actually try and go for, or maybe is it just kind of a thrown out there? Well, I like Dalton Rushing. I do. I think he is a great prospect. I think that the struggles for him early are going to be cleaned up relatively quickly. Do I see the Red Sox fully pulling the trigger on this trade? Yeah, I could see it. It's not them adding any type of monetary value, which unfortunately it seems like money is always coming into the topic with the Boston Red Sox as of late when we are a top-tier organization and for some reason money is a problem. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But it seems as though this is something they would do because, guess what? Dalton Rushing's on a rookie contract. Dalton Rushing's not going to cost you a lot, and you're going to have control of him for 6 years. So this is a guy that helps you out now that can also help you out in the future if that's what you're trying to go for here. Then I would argue you have some of the best catching prospect systems in your league. You don't have a catcher like Kyle Teel you traded away, but you have Carlos Narvaez who's, truthfully vying for the rookie of the year until, this rough stretch here. and then you would have Dalton rushing, who I fully expect him to be good. But at that point, you know, you maybe have two good catchers. I don't know how that works. Obviously, it's a good position to have a couple of good guys at. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Is Dalton Rushing a guy that you would like to see the Red Sox trade for? Is Dalton Rushing somebody you would be like, I don't know. I don't know if that moves the needle for me. Let me know down in the comment section your entire thoughts. And we'll see you next time here on Red Sox Digest. Peace out, guys.